Alright, this is red oak. Real dense wood. Probably my favorite wood for a split wood fire because it splits so straight. There's a nice straight piece, the only knot here. It might split out a little bit, but it'll split real nice for me. I'm going to use this Adventure Sworn Bushcraft USA knife. That's how big it is compared to the log. There's a natural check, alright, or crack or whatever in it right there. That's the weak spot. That's where I like to put my knife and start off that way so that it has a good chance of going in. This log underneath me is real spongy, but should work still. It's worked for me earlier. That wasn't bad at all. I like to go dead center. If it's not too big of a piece of wood. So then I got it into 2 quarters and a half. I take the 1 quarter, I'll put it right in the middle again. Make another little pie shape. Then at this stage, I like to take off the tip. Split it down again. So now we're getting real workable pieces. At this stage, I don't even use a baton normally. See how straight grain that stuff is? Just follows the grain real good. Again, that was red oak. It's like, it's very common around here. I don't know if I've seen it too many other places. I know down south they got a bit of it. Yeah, this wood is really good. I used some ash earlier, which is a nice straight grain wood too, and once I got it down, the smaller pieces, they just started chunking out on me. It was probably a little punky, a little tiny bit, but this ash, or sorry, this oak is good to go. I've had this Adventure Sworn knife for almost a year now, maybe 8 to 10 months. And I've used it as my sole knife. I think I used Turley one time other than this, but for 8 to 10 months I've been using this very often, and I really like it. It's a good knife. It's Scandinavian grind. I can get it real sharp, a lot easier than I can with a convex. I'm starting to learn on the convex a little better, but I don't have any issues with this knife. The edge retention is very good. The edge strength is good. Comfortable handle. It's a great knife. Lucky to have it. I think Cody Adventure Sworn starting to put out a few more blades now that his wait list is getting near the end. He's on Bushcraft USA, I know, and on his store, his online store. Been putting them up for auction. They had 2 Wayfarers on there the other day. Probably my favorite knife that he makes. I don't have one, but I really like the looks of it. I'd like to get one day. So far, I've split down all this. This is about medium to big size pieces for what I do. You got all that, and I still have a full half of this oak. So I'll split that down a bit.